Back with our politics lead, continuing on our coverage of the bipartisan demands for the resignation of the director of the U.S. Secret Service, not just because of the security failures that led to the attempted assassination of former President Trump 9 days ago, but because Director Kimberly Cheatle steadfastly refused to answer lawmakers' questions during a congressional hearing today. With us now is a Democratic member of the House Oversight Committee, Florida Representative Jared Moskowitz. Congressman, you joined your Republican colleagues today in calling publicly for Director Cheatle to resign. Why?
Well, look, that hearing was a disaster for her. I mean, it's been 9 days. She can't answer any questions. She's giving more information to the press than she's giving to Congress. And I think a key question for me was when I said to her, look, you said this was a catastrophic failure. You said that people are going to be held accountable. Well, when I asked her when she determines who those people are, is she committing to fire them? And she refused to answer that question. It became clear to me the person that needs to be held accountable is her. We almost had a former president assassinated live on television, not just for America, but for the world to see. And even when I asked her, God forbid he had been killed, had the assassin achieved his mission, would you have then resigned if that happened on her watch? And she still said, probably not. I mean, this is what people hate about the federal government. They feel like there's no accountability. We saw accountability after the shooting at my hometown in Parkland, at my high school, when there were massive failures, and we need to see accountability now.
So let's run that clip that you just referred to.
Here's my question. You said there's going to be accountability. I understand you don't want to give us names. When you say that, are you telling the committee that once it's concluded, you're prepared to fire the people on the ground who made poor decisions that day?
I'm prepared to take the actions necessary.
No, that's nonsense.
She never committed to firing anyone. She said that the buck stopped with her and she took responsibility, but no one has been fired?
Well, good. The buck is going to stop with her because you're seeing a bipartisan call. I mean, Jake, you've watched the Oversight Committee the last 18 months. We can't even agree the sky is blue, yet you're seeing Jamie Raskin, James Comer, myself, Byron Donalds all agree that she needs to either resign or be fired. So this train is going to leave the station. She is not going to be the director of Secret Service much longer. I mean, she's not even been to the site yet. Meanwhile, you got the Homeland Security Committee of congressmen there visiting the site today. So I don't know if it's a day, a week, a month, but she is not going to be leading that agency. She instills no confidence being able to do that. Today was an opportunity for her to instill that confidence, and instead we have even less confidence than we had when we entered the hearing.
Respectfully, Congressman, I mean, this isn't like the Supreme Court with a lifetime appointment. And I mean, President Biden or presumably Vice President Harris could fire her right now. Why haven't they done so?
Well, look, I'm calling for Mayorkas to do that. Mayorkas could do that. That's the chain of command. I'm calling for her to resign or be fired. So, look, if Secretary Mayorkas is paying attention, he should fire her. You know, I don't care if it's, 30 days and she's gone, let her wrap up in the investigation, but she should no longer be leading the Secret Service into the future.
She said, Director Cheatle said that the gunman was identified as suspicious, but not necessarily a threat, and she suggested that at any event there are suspicious individuals. Did that make sense to you?
No, of course not. There's a guy on top of a roof with a clear sight to the former president. He's standing up, he's going down, right? You got people, regular people screaming, there he is, he's on the roof. That was a threat. That wasn't suspicious. I mean, we all know, unfortunately, what mass shootings look like in this country, and we all know, unfortunately, what threats and suspicious people look like. It's unclear to me what happened. My guess is we're going to find out, just like we've seen in a lot of these instances, Jake, that there was a massive communication failure to get that information up the chain.